That's all they want.
Meanwhile, here's a guy I have total respect for who's not whining about it. He's not whining about it. He's not worried about no coronavirus. Here is the amazing chief commissioner and officer of the Reich, Seb Gorka.
But my doctor couldn't diagnose and ended up just saying it was bronchitis. Spent about 4 days in bed with a temperature for one or two of them. And my best friend, Dean, had the same thing happen to him last month.
John.
Fever like you.
John.
Yes.
I had it in January. I had the I had the longest cough. They put me on one of these little inhaler thingies, and I think I had it back in January. And I've heard this story so many times.
Yeah, I did too. My doctor ended up saying it was bronchitis, and I should stay in bed for a while.
Right.
Didn't even want to give me antibiotics for it.
I didn't have that option. I have a radio show. They didn't let me stay in bed. John, I think you're right. I think we will find out that many, many more people have had it, and that's why the mortality figures are going to work out to be much better than we expected. Glad you're healthy again, John. Let's jump to...
I had corona before we went on air this morning. I'm already over it. Midway through the show.
I probably had it a couple of times in January, probably in December. It's like... everybody's trying to make it out to be, some big deal. But fortunately, we have some incredible investigative reporters who are out there doing the work, blowing the lid off this whole thing. Here is a clip of the great James O'Keefe, who is one of the country's greatest investigative reporters. Of course, he gets no credit for it. He works in complete, abstentia because of we live in a liberal democratic, media does not want to recognize a genuine reporter when they see one. But here he is. He drove up to New Rochelle, and this is what he found. New Rochelle, New York, which is supposed to be like the epicenter of everything in the world, like all the coronavirus is there. Here he is.
The media?
So it's quick.
Nope, just us two.
Can I see ID? Do me a favor, just turn on your blinkers.
Hazards?
You're good. And just make sure you don't open up the window.
What do you think? Is this as bad as everyone's saying out here? Or should I trust the media?
So it's quick. I mean, for the kids, it's bad. It's just they're gonna stick up like a Q-tip up your nose. I heard it's like a weird feeling. It's not like bad. Like you ever got when you get strep throat, you put something in the throat?
But what about the situation itself? Is it as bad as the media is saying? The whole pandemic?
Oh no, it's the flu.
It's just the flu.
It's the flu.
That's all it is.
It's the flu.
Wow, it's not as bad as the CNN is telling me.
Everybody differently.
Is it as bad as Andrew Cuomo is telling me? And is it as bad as Andrew Cuomo is saying on CNN?
I don't know.
It's just a flu, though, basically.
It affects everybody differently.
Okay.
Yeah. So pretty much, like you can have symptoms, I might, or other people don't have. The problem is that it spreads quick, like the flu, like a cold.
Are you guys like Army National Guard, or what are you guys?
Yeah, it's the Army.
You're in the Army?
Yeah, from New York.
Where are you from?
Brooklyn.
Well, thanks for being here.
Yeah, we all over the place. They got us everywhere.
And it's not as bad as the media is saying. I'm hearing you.
No, I'm in the tent with them. I'm doing all this shit.
You're doing everyththing.
Yeah, and I'm not getting sick. I'm good.
Wow.
Yeah. So.
Well, thanks for being here, man.
Thank you.
Yeah. All right. So there it is.
There it is.
I mean, the first of all, the guy's in the Army, so he knows exactly what's going on. He's not getting sick. Now, of course, he's wearing a mask and got gloves, and he's, keeping the window shut, and talking to the guy through the window. And, but look, the media will not tell you that story that every guy in the Army knows. This is all a farce, a total farce. Chris Cuomo's wrong. Andrew Cuomo's wrong. The entire Cuomo family is wrong. CNN, any station that has three letters.
The Cuomo's not going to, Omata.
Yeah, exactly. Well, we got to keep it quiet. Yeah. We're not going to say anybody. Throw away the key.
We got to destroy Donald Trump.
He made it clear. Well, how's the situation? Is it as bad as they say? I don't know. Yeah, that is. In other words, I do know. It's not. They're lying to you. This is simple. This is simple stuff. It's unbelievable. And what are they doing? They're destroying our economy. Why are they doing it? You have like right now, 10 million people, could be 40 million people who are all quitting their jobs to get on unemployment plus, like the plus version of unemployment. And part of the payment, we can maybe hurt Donald Trump's reelection plans. How
that's a win-win.
Like,
and again, I always say this, but that's Saul Alinsky tactics. Because what do they want? They want people not working. They want Donald Trump to lose so that America can go say it's, sorry, whatever. And then people won't work. And then when people don't work, then people at Whole Foods could be like, hey, I'm one of the few people not on unemployment. I want $10 million a year to bag groceries because I have a sniffle. And then maybe, the job creators should go to jail. This is Bolshevik stuff. It's Saul Alinsky, and it's a plan.
We got a little bit more of James O'Keefe, who, frankly, this is Pulitzer Prize surprise winning stuff. Like, he should be getting an award for this, but of course he won't. But here he is. He's in New Rochelle. Go ahead.
I'm speaking with these Army guys. I mean, they're basically just telling me it's just a bad flu. That's all they're saying. It's not as bad as the media is saying everything. Pretty crazy. I mean, that's not what we're hearing in the news.
So I'm going to ask you not to do any photography or video.
Oh, sorry about that.
It's just an issue with HIPAA and stuff.
Of course. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. No problem. Is it as bad as they're saying, this pandemic? Everyone's freaking out. Is it bad? Is it overblown by the media? What is it like?
Is it what?
Is the media accurately reporting, or is it as bad as people are saying?
No.
It's not as bad as the media is making it out bigger.
Yeah.
Wow.
We just want to be precautious.
Just be precautious. Yep. All right. Yeah. No. Okay. Thank you. Thanks, sir. So this guy just said the same thing. He told us that he said, I asked him, is it as bad as the media says? He says, nope. No. He was clear. He said, we're just being precautious. That's what he said just now. Yeah, 2 people telling me this is not as bad as what the media is saying. Unbelievable.
I just like that. Like, that guy, is like in a full hazmat suit. But he's like, look, this is just for show. Relax.
Well, look, all they're doing is being precautious, right? I mean, very precautious. And they're just doing it for precautious. And I'll say this too. I think like one of the things that, you never hear about James O'Keefe, because part of the reason is the liberal media wants to silence him, is he's got that whole thing where it's like all the words he says are just like written out in big letters so that you can see it. Like every time he talks. Why don't they do that on the regular news? Because they're afraid. Because they don't actually want you to hear what they're saying.
Exactly. Like, hi, I'm Rachel Maddow, Russia lesbian. Spell that out. Right. And it's not going to look very good.
And the thing about O'Keefe that's also really good is that I know that there was nobody else in that car. But he does that because he's like explaining it to the audience. But you never see that in the regular media because they all pretend like, oh, we can't do that. So, yeah, he's the best. He's the best. All right. Lastly, we got one more thing. This guy, he is they're arresting Christians right now